So we have come to know already about atoms. Okay, we know what is an atom. Atom is the smallest unit of an element, and we already know that these atoms, they may exist or may not exist independently, but always they take part in the chemical reactions. Okay, now as I said that they may exist or may not exist independently. What does it mean? It means that atoms actually they don't exist freely in nature. How do atoms exist then? This is the next question to us. This is the question which is going to come into our mind. If we say that they may exist or may not exist independently, then how do they exist? What is the way? So actually what happens that only few of the elements, we call them noble gases. Okay, only few of the elements which are noble gases, only those elements they exist free in nature. Okay, these noble gases, they exist free, free existence, they show free existence in nature. Okay, and they are, why they are free in nature? Because they are chemically unreactive. And why they are unreactive? Because they are stable. Okay, they exist in free state as they are stable. What happens that atoms of most of the elements are chemically very reactive. Okay, atoms of most of the elements, atoms of most of the elements, they are very reactive. Okay, now when I say that they are very reactive, when we say that they are very reactive, it means what? That they are unstable. Unstable. Now when we talk about unstable, it means that they have the configuration, their electronic configuration is very unstable. Now about electronic configuration, we'll talk about them in our next chapter. But here you have to understand that when the atoms of when we talk about that atoms of most of the elements are very reactive, it means they don't exist freely in nature. Okay, they are very reactive and they don't exist on their own. For example, we can't say that oxygen exists like this, single, as like this. Okay, we can't say that hydrogen exists in the form of H. We don't say that H exists freely like this. Okay, so this is what we want to say, that when we are talking about atoms, that they are, when we talk about atoms, that they are very reactive, it doesn't mean that they are going to stay like this. Okay, exist like this. Okay, so atom usually exist in what way? Atoms usually exist, atoms, they usually exist, okay, they usually exist in two forms. Okay, in two forms or two ways. Okay, now first is what? They exist in the form of molecules. Okay, in the form of molecules. And the second one is that they exist in the form of ions. Okay, in the form of ions, right? So when we talk that, when we say that when atoms form molecules or ions, actually why they exist in these two form? Because they become stable. Okay, when we say that atoms don't exist, or atom doesn't, atom, any atom doesn't exist in freely in nature, it means that they are very reactive. And if they are very reactive, they are very unstable, so they don't exist freely in nature. So they exist then in what forms? They exist in two of the forms, that is either in molecule form or in ion form. When we say that they exist in molecular ion form, it means that they are very stable in that case. Okay, so when atoms form molecules or ions, they become stable. Okay, stable atoms, they are now stable. Okay, uh, why they are now stable? Because they acquire the stable electron arrangement of noble gases. See, as I told you, that electronic configuration, if is not complete, the outer shell of an atom is not, if the outer shell, say you are having the nucleus, and then you are having the shells. They are having like any atom which has a nucleus in the middle, and then there are outer parts in which the electrons are embedded. Okay, now if these electrons are not, they need to be in complete octet form. They need to fulfill the out this orbit. But if they are less in number in the orbit, then they are unstable. Okay, so because there is fixed number of electron which is present in these orbits. Okay, there are fixed number of electrons present in the orbits, like if this is k shell, this is L, this is M, then this is N, then you have to understand that there are 2 electrons in the first shell, then 8 electrons in the second, then 8, then or 18 you can say, and then 32, like this. It means if the number of electron, if this is outer shell, and if number of electrons are not 32, in that case the atom will be unstable. Similarly, if here it is required 18, then if third shell is not having, or it is not having complete 18 electrons, then again the atom is said to be unstable. So this is what we need to understand, that atoms are stable. If we say that atoms are stable, it means their outer shell is complete. Okay, so it means that electrons in the outer shell is complete. Okay, because number of electrons, the stability of an atom depends upon the number of electrons which are present in the atom. Okay, so so the molecules and ions, they stick, actually they how they exist, they stick together in large numbers to form the various types of matter around us. Okay, so you can say that with the help of these molecules, these ions, we see the matter around us. We have various forms of matters. Okay, we have various, or you can say different form of matter around us. So that they exist. Why these different forms, or different various forms of matter we see around us? All because of the composition, or all because of the togetherness, or all because of the combination of these ions and molecules. Okay, different ions and different molecules. Okay, so so this you can if you wish to go ahead, if you want to know more, in that case, if we move ahead, we will come to know more about molecules and ions. We are going to discuss more about molecules and ions. Now in that case, let me move ahead first. So if we talk about molecules, then what is a molecule? Okay, if we discuss further about atoms, so as we say that atoms, they exist in two forms. Okay, they exist in two forms, either in the form of a molecule, or they exist in the form of a ion. So now further, if we discuss about molecule and ion, so in such case, if we consider molecule first, then what is a molecule? Let us know more about molecule. Now molecule is actually a neutral group of two or more atoms. Okay, it is a group of, you can say a molecule is a combination of two or more atoms. Okay, a group, either you can say a group of two or more atoms. Okay, they are two or a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together. Chemically bonded together, or you can say that the combination of two or more atoms, you can say that, or you can just put in another form, that combination of two or more atoms combined chemically. Okay, combined chemically. Understood? So this is a molecule. This is a molecule. Now molecule is what actually? So as I said, that combination of atoms is called molecule. Combination of two or more atoms, it is called molecule. And these molecules, they are not reactive in nature. Okay, they are not reactive in nature, as you see in the case of they are not reactive in nature. They can exist freely. They can exist free in nature. So they this is not the case of atom. Okay, where you see the atoms are very reactive in nature, they cannot exist free in nature, right? So and why they exist free in nature? Because they are stable. So molecules are stable. Okay, are stable. We are talking about molecules here. So in each of the line, you can just use molecule. Molecules are not reactive in nature. Molecules can exist free in nature. Molecules are very stable. Molecules are stable. See why they are free, they exist free in nature? Because they are stable. Okay, why they are not reactive? Because they are stable. Okay, so in you can say, if we wish to define molecule, then how to define molecule? We can write it in this form. Let us write the definition of the molecule. What actually is a molecule? So molecule is sorry, a molecule is the smallest particle of a substance when we talk about substance, then it can be element or it can be compound. Okay, when we talk about substance, it means it could be element, it could be a compound. Okay, so a molecule is the smallest particle of a substance which has the properties of that substance and can exist free in nature and can exist free in nature. Now, when we talk about substance, as I told you, that substance could be either element or compound. So these molecules, this molecule, it can exist in the form of it can exist in the form of combination of, we can say that combination of, there could be two forms of molecules. Okay, so you can say that they can either combine in the form of combination of atoms of same element. Okay, or the second one, you can say that combination of atoms of different elements. Okay, understood what I say? When we talk about molecule can exist free in nature. They are not reactive. They can they are very stable. Now, how they exist? They exist in two forms. This which I have written here, when I'm talking about substance, it means they exist in two forms. What are the two forms? Molecules can exist. They exist in the form of, or they exist in the combination of this, the same thing which I am writing here, combination of atoms. They exist, definitely they are existing in the combination of atoms, but here what I want to make you understand, that they exist in the form of they exist in the combination of atoms either of the same element, or the second thing again, they can combine in the, or they exist in combination of atoms of different elements. That means if I'm talking about this category, if I'm talking about molecules of the same atoms, it means that oxygen, you can see here oxygen, OO, they are combining in this form. Then if we talk about hydrogen, again the same atoms are combined together. But if I talk about HCl, then here hydrogen is combining with Cl. If I talk about NaCl, you can see here sodium is combining with chlorine. So here we are having combination of atoms of different elements, and here we are having a combination of atoms of same elements. Understood? So this is the difference, or you can say this is the form of the molecule in which they exist. Okay, that means we are having two types of molecule formation. We are having two types of combination of molecules. Okay, let me write that molecule. Already I have explained you, but you have to understand that we have molecule in two forms. Molecule of elements. Okay, when we talk about molecule of elements, it means we are talking about the molecules which contain two or more atoms of the same element. Okay, so here we can say that this implies you that a molecule of an element, okay, a molecule of an element may contain two or more atoms of same element. Okay, of same element that are bonded together chemically. So as I have given you the example like we are having example of oxygen. Example is oxygen, where we are having oxygen with two atoms of oxygen. We are having example as this is say first example A, example B, you are having suppose P4. Okay, say we are having example of P4 where four atoms of phosphorus is combined together. So it is giving you single one. This is P4. Okay. So this is another molecule. This is a molecule of same atoms. Okay. Or you can say you are having a molecule in the case of this one. You are having here say, let me take here hydrogen. Okay, so here this hydrogen again, it is combining with H and H, as I have told you in previous example. Okay, you are having even S8. Okay, you are having another example could be what? Could be say S8, where sulfur exists in this form, in which sulfur is having like this. Okay, there are, how many are there? 1 2 3 4, and there is one more like this. So this is the form, you can say this is S8, combination of sulfur molecule has 8 sulfur atoms in them. So this is the molecule of element. Okay, now here before I move forward, I must tell you one thing about atomicity of molecules of elements. When we talk about this, is you can say that you have to remember this atomicity. Okay, this is the first part. Second part is remaining, that I'll tell you right after this. First you understand what is atomicity. So this is atomicity of molecules. When we talk about atomicity of molecules of elements, then what does it mean? Then atomicity means that the number, okay, the number of atoms. When we talk about this, then what it implies you that the number of atoms, okay, the number of atoms which constitute one molecule, okay, which constitute one molecule of an element is called its atomicity. Okay, it is called its atomicity. Understood? That means depending upon the number of atoms in one molecule of an element, these atomicity or these molecules, they are further classified into some or the other forms. Okay, depending upon the atomicity, they are further, these molecules of atoms can further be classified. Okay, I hope you have understood what is atomicity. Atomicity is what? The number of atoms which are present in one of the molecule. Say here, if you are having oxygen, in oxygen you are having, say, there are two of the atoms present in this oxygen. Okay, so this number of here the atomicity of oxygen is what? Atomicity of this molecule is 2. Okay, so this is atomicity, and depending upon the atomicity, these molecules can further be classified into different forms. Let us try to understand the next classification. So depending upon, we can write that depending upon the number of atoms in one molecule, of an element, molecules can further be classified. Molecules can further be classified. And what is the classification? For example, the first one, not example, this is the classification which we are going to understand. It is the first one, which is known as monoatomic molecules. Now, what is monoatomic molecules? Monoatomic molecules. What are monoatomic molecules? Elements in which the atoms do not join to form cluster of atoms or molecules. Okay, it means that atomicity here is 1. The molecules in which atomicity is 1. Okay, the molecules in which the atomicity is 1. Okay, so you can say that elements in which, how will you define them? That elements in which the atoms, they don't join, the atoms do not join to form clusters, okay, to form cluster of atoms or molecules. So these are known as monoatomic molecules. Okay, so you can say, now what are the examples for these? The examples of these are noble gases. Examples of monoatomic molecules is noble gases. Okay, noble gases. For example, noble gases. For example, what? Noble gases examples are, say, neon. Okay, you can say this is neon. Acha, if you don't know the, let me write the full name. Neon, and it's a chemical formula, or you can say chemical symbol is Ne. Okay, then you have argon. Okay, you can say argon. This is another one, argon, argon. Then you are having suppose helium. Okay, helium is another noble gas which is monoatomic. Okay, we call these ones as monoatomic. Even the xenon. Okay, then you are having a radon. Okay, radon. Okay, these are all monoatomic molecules. Here the atomicity is what? Atomicity, you can see that they are freely existing in nature. So atomicity, their number of atom is 1. It means their atomicity is 1. When the atomicity is 1, they are known as monoatomic molecules. Then what is the second one? Second classification is diatomic molecules. Diatomic molecules. Now what are diatomic molecules? What are diatomic molecules? Here you must be clear with the concept that diatomic molecules, their atomicity is going to be what? In diatomic molecules, the atomicity is 2. Okay? Here the atomicity will be when I'm saying atomicity is 2 means number of atoms of the molecule, number of atoms in molecule. That means example, in the form of example, if you wish to see, it is nitrogen. Okay, number of atoms. How many number of atoms are there? 2. Oxygen, number of atoms 2. Hydrogen, number of atoms 2. Fluorine, number of atoms 2. Chlorine, number of atoms 2. Bromine, number of atoms 2. These are all diatomic molecules. Why? Because their atomicity is 2, because their number of atoms are 2 in these molecules. Okay, next one is, let me move to the next one, the third one. In the third case, if you go, the third classification is triatomic. The third classification is triatomic molecule. So here, what could be the guess? Tell me now. What will be the atomicity in such cases? You must be able to guess now. I hope you are now going to assume, or you can guess, that atomicity of triatomic molecules are definitely going to be equal to 3. That means the number of atoms is 3. Number of atoms here are 3, and in the given molecule, or in the given molecule. For example, now here in such cases, what will be the example? Here in such cases, the example could be ozone. Isn't it? You can have ozone as an example. What is the number of ozone? Number of atoms in ozone. It is O3, that is known as triatomic molecule. And since the number of atoms is what? This implies the number of atoms is 3. You can see here, ozone has number of atoms 3. We call this as ozone. Ozone layer is there, you know, isn't it? Then this is triatomic molecule, where the atomicity is 3, number of atoms in the given molecule is 3. And what about the fourth classification? The fourth classification is the polyatomic molecule. Why I'm giving these informations to you, so that it will be clear to you because in chemistry when we talk about molecules, definitely we are talking about say when we are using the terms like monoatomic molecule, diatomic molecules. In such cases, this some of the students, they don't understand what is the meaning of diatomic molecule, what is the meaning of triatomic molecule. So if you are clear with the concept of atomicity, you will be you will be able to understand these terms very easily. So when we talk about polyatomic molecules, it means the molecules of the elements, they are having what? The molecules of elements which have, okay, which have more than 3 atoms. Okay, so they are what? They are polyatomic molecules. Okay, now when we talk about this concept that they are having more than 3 atoms, it means there could be number of atoms in the, number of atoms could be what? Number of atoms could be either 4, 5, 6, okay, and so on. The number of atoms are going to be 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the atomicity of these elements depend upon the number of atoms present in their molecules. The atomicities, they depend upon the number of atoms present in the molecule. And for example, if you have phosphorus, okay, if you take the example of phosphorus, then in this case you can see the number of atom is what? It is 4. Number of atom is 4. Atomicity is 4. Atomicity is 4. Okay. Then we have the second category of molecules as molecule of compounds. Okay, molecule of compounds. Now what is molecule of compound? Now molecule of compound is a molecule of compound, molecule of compound consists of 2 or more atoms of different elements. When we talk here, we are going to consider different elements, whereas in case of the previous type, we were considering what? We were considering molecules of elements, molecules of same, molecules of element. When we were talking about molecules of elements, we were considering the molecule as a combination of 2 or more atoms of same elements. Here we are considering what? Here we are considering molecules of compounds, where molecule consists of 2 or more atoms of different elements. So this is the second type which you are having, type 2 of 2 for the molecules. Okay, first type we have already discussed, and this is in first type we have gone through these terms, these classification. Okay, in first type we were having these classification: monoatomic molecule, diatomic, triatomic, polyatomic. Okay, but here we are having molecules of compound, where we are having a molecule in the form of a combination of 2 or more atoms of different elements. Okay, and they are combined, they are joined together, different elements joined together in fixed ratios, joined together in fixed ratio. Okay, by chemical bonds. They exist freely in nature again. Okay, so a molecule of water. Here the examples could be what? The example of these are, examples could be water molecule, okay, carbon dioxide molecule, okay, HCl molecule. HCl, we are having two different, okay. If by mistake if I have used somewhere HCl here in this, please consider it, just ignore it, because HCl is going to come in the group of molecules of compounds. Okay, so here we are having different elements where whose combination gives you the molecule. Okay, if even if a molecule, if you consider molecule of glucose, it is very big one, C6 O12 and O6. We are having this combination. This is H6. Okay, so you are having how many? 6 elements of carbon, 12 of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. Okay, this combination is wrong actually. Let me correct it. C6, it is H12 and O6, like this. Okay, so this is the combination for glucose, where you are having 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. Okay, so you have to, I think you have understood all these. Now we are having, we are left with molecular formula that we are going to understand further. In molecular formula is what actually, let me have another page. Now in molecular formula, the combination of atoms when they combine, you can say that it is a symbolic presentation. What is molecular formula? Molecular formula is the symbolic presentation. Let me write here, molecular formula. Now molecular formula actually gives you the symbolic presentation. It is symbolic presentation. Okay, it is symbolic presentation of a molecule. Okay, of an element. Okay, this is the molecular formula. So this is molecular formula of an element. Here when we are talking about molecular formula actually it gives number of atoms in one molecule of pure substance. Okay, the symbolic presentation of the kind and actual number. When we are talking about this, then it gives you the symbolic presentation of the kind and actual number of atoms, okay, in one molecule. Okay, one molecule of pure substance. So this is actual, you can say this is actually the molecular formula. This is the definition of molecular formula. Okay, so when we are talking about molecular formula of pure substances, then again as I have given you just previous to this, we have understood about molecules of elements and molecules of compounds, and there we were talking about pure substances only. Okay, so here when I'm discussing with you that symbolic presentation of a molecule of an element, then it is just, you can say that it is molecular formula of, this actually gives you the molecular formula of element. Okay, molecular formula of an element. When we talk about molecular formula of an element, it means that it is symbolic presentation of a molecule of an element. But this is the first part, and then the second one is what? Molecular formula of compound. Okay, what is the second part? It is molecular formula of a compound. Then what it is? How will you define it? Molecular formula for compound is what? Again, it is same thing, the symbolic presentation. It is also a symbolic presentation. Okay, symbolic presentation of a molecule. Okay, here we are talking about of a compound. Understood? Here this is symbolic presentation of molecule of an element. This is of an element. Here it is molecule of a compound. Symbolic presentation of a molecule of compound. Only these two are the differences. ठीक है? Molecular formula of element जब हम कहते हैं तो उसमें हम molecule जो है element का लेते हैं. ठीक है, सिंबॉलिक प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल किसका, एलिमेंट का। जबकि हम जब मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला ऑफ कंपाउंड की बात कर रहे हैं तो वहां पे हम सिंबॉलिक प्रेजेंटेशन किसको लेते हैं, मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ कंपाउंड को का। ठीक है, तो ये हमारे हो गए this is your molecule and the types of molecules, the classification of molecule, atomicity, molecular formula. Okay, and there is one more topic, and it is you can say it is molecular mass. What is molecular mass? What is molecular mass? This is another topic which you should know, molecular mass. See, the molecular mass is it is just as you have understood about atomic masses. Okay, similarly molecules also have molecular masses, and the molecular mass of a molecule is the relative mass as compared to the mass of carbon atom, carbon 12. Okay, it is, you can say that it is relative mass as compared sorry sorry as compared to the mass of carbon 12. ठीक है, carbon 12 which is taken, carbon 12 atom, and it is taken as 12 units. So the molecular mass is the number of times, it is molecular mass is what then? Molecular mass actually is, molecular mass is the number of times. Okay, it is the number of times one molecule is heavier. Because we are talking about the mass, it means we are talking about the heaviness. Okay, so it is heavier than 1/12. Okay, 1/12 of carbon 12. Okay, so you have to compare whenever we are comparing, whenever we are talking about atomic mass or molecular mass, we have to compare it with what? With the mass of carbon 12. Okay, we are going to compare them with the carbon 12, mass of carbon 12 atom. Okay, this is considered as a standard, you can say it is considered as a standard unit for comparison. Okay, standard unit for comparison of masses, mass of either element, or either atom, atomic mass. When we are talking about atomic mass, we are talking about atom, and when we are talking about molecular mass, we are talking about molecules. Okay, so the number of times a unit formula of an ionic compound is heavier than 1/12 part of carbon 12, that is isotope of carbon. Okay, carbon 12 actually is what? Carbon 12 is the isotope of carbon. Okay, isotope of carbon. So this is all about molecule, the molecular mass, and everything else we have seen here. You can say that molecular mass, if you further want to elaborate more about molecular mass, you can further relate it in this way, that the molecular mass and the unit formula mass of a substance. Okay, it is the sum. Okay, molecular mass, you can say that molecular mass and the unit formula mass, and unit formula mass actually of a substance, unit formula mass of a substance होता क्या है ये कि आप इसको अगर it is the sum. Okay, it is the sum of atomic masses. Okay, it is the sum of atomic masses of all atoms in the molecular formula. ठीक है, in the molecular formula or unit formula of compound. sometimes when you do the numerical problems, their unit formula is unit formula mass. Okay, unit formula mass is considered as unit formula mass is considered as molecular mass, or you can say it is referred to as molecular mass. Okay, it will not pose any problem solving the numerical problem. Okay, because the values are same. So what is unit mass then? The number of times a unit formula of an ionic compound is heavier than 1/12 of the carbon atom. Okay, what is unit formula? Let me write that also. What is unit mass? Formula for formula unit mass, as I told you, this one. Formula unit mass is what? What is this? This is the number of times you compare, or number of times a unit formula of an ionic compound is heavier. Okay, it is heavier than 1/12 part of C12 carbon. That is isotope of carbon. Okay, it is called formula unit mass. The same thing which I have explained for in the above case. Okay, that is why they don't differ each other. Okay, formula unit mass or molecular mass, when we talk about these two, they are the same thing. So that is why in the numerical problems they are considered, this formula unit mass is considered same as molecular mass. Okay, so they both are, you can say that because the definition also is same, you can say that they both are actually same, only molecular mass. The unit the both the values, they are not changed in solving the problem. Okay, so in the next session we'll try to understand how to calculate the molecular mass. It is very small session going to be, where we are going to understand how to find molecular mass, and how to find gram molecular mass or gram unit formula mass. Okay, so these will be our next topics to discuss, and after this I think we'll go with ions. What are these ions and all, we'll try to understand, and then let's see what is going to come in our videos. So till then, take care, keep watching, do share, like, subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.